Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. So today we're talking about the best Lego space set that Lego never made. So first off, I'd like to say happy Memorial Day to any of my veterans out there. Thank you guys for your service. It means a ton. This country wouldn't be what it is today without you guys. So again, thank you. This is coming from a 8-year Navy veteran. So thank you guys for your service. I really appreciate it. And if you guys are enjoying the content, please go ahead and hit that like button. Also, if you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing. It doesn't cost you guys anything, but it means the world to me. And it really helps get these videos out there. I'm putting a lot of time and effort into these, and I really hope you guys are enjoying them because Lego is a big hobby of mine, a big passion. So I hope I can spread a little joy out there with some of the stuff that I'm uploading. But enough of me rambling. Let's talk about this amazing Lego 3D mosaic in front of me. So originally, I came across this set about a year ago on Bricklink, and it is a Lego 3D mosaic of the 1969 Life magazine Moon Man to the Moon and Back cover. So if you check the link in the description below, you'll see that it has been uploaded to BrickSafe with a PDF of the parts list as well as a PDF of the instructions step-by-step on how to create this. So if you guys aren't super familiar with the Apollo space program, Life magazine actually had an exclusive deal with the Apollo program to cover and publicize any and all parts of the Apollo program. So this particular picture is very, very famous for that time because no one else had the access that Life magazine did. Now there's actually about 1,800 parts to this build. I was able to dig through my own collection and pick out about 1,400 parts of individual pieces that you're gonna use. Now most of the pieces that we were able to pick out were like all of these pieces here, for example. These are all individual 1x1 tiles. They're done in a snot configuration stacked on their side. So that's the bulk of the parts for this. You also have quite a bit of these 2x3 white tiles, and then the art frame essentially that runs around this is made up of 1x bricks, 1x plates, and 1x tiles. Now I can tell you some of the more expensive pieces for this set that you probably don't have in your collection are these pieces right here. These are official Lego pieces. They're 1x1 black tiles with printed letters on them. What I was able to do to really cut down on cost, because just parting out the words special edition was gonna cost me somewhere between $50 and $60 on Bricklink. So luckily, I was able to find an entire set of these letters on eBay. The seller had them listed for $35. I offered them $20. They accepted $5 shipping, so for 25 bucks, I was able to get the entire alphabet, which I have a ton of pieces left over, so that's really, really awesome. All right, so let's talk about a couple of my favorite parts of this set. I love this not built to the moon and back section here. One of my orders actually, so these are 1x1 tiles with a little printed black piece on the side. These came in only a few sets, and one of my Bricklink orders actually shorted me one for the C here, so I just plugged in a white tile until we can get another one of those. But I really, really think that looks fantastic. So this is actually a 8x8 round dome, and then on the inside you have a black half round and a dark bluish gray half round. That is built to represent the moon and then the space with that 1x tile in there as the Earth. You have the 1x2 trans clear American flag, and then a built-out representation of the lunar lander. The actual picture from the Life magazine, this face covering here, the helmet, it is actually a gold color. So what is built out here inside of the helmet is actually a depiction of the reflection that you're seeing in the picture. So that's very, very cool. Now, I love the American flag patch. That American flag piece is actually off of one of the Apollo rockets, so that's a really nice addition. And then this section here, this 1x4, the original part that was actually used was a part off of, I think it was the utility belt printed piece off of the Boba Fett brickhead. I don't have that brickhead, and that part is actually not available on Bricklink. So I really felt like I couldn't, as a Star Wars fan and a Lego fan, taking one of those pieces from one of those sets was just, it felt like a sin. So I ordered some. These are actually 1x1 tiles with a printed detail from, I believe it's a Star Wars Snowtrooper jetpack or something. So I bought a couple of those. I just plugged them onto a 1x4, and I think it adds a nice little bit of detail, so that's really nice. So I love all the detail that they were able to incorporate here on the chest section with these hoses running down. You got a couple of gray flexible hoses in there, and then you have, I think, 5 or 6 of these white hoses that tie into different connection points. I think those look really, really nice. It gives it a really wonderful level of detail there. And you have the nice outline behind the helmet of the actual size of what the I guess that's where your breathing apparatus and stuff is contained in that backpack. So that's really great. On this arm here, you actually have the depiction of, I believe it's the Omega Speedmaster watch that the Apollo program used specifically during these missions. They needed a watch that could operate in 0 gravity. So that was the watch they ended up going with. So that's fantastic depiction there. And then just like the depth of this is just so cool. Like you have essentially, the frame here is just slightly deeper than a regular art frame, but just look how much the astronaut pops right off of there. Like, it's so fantastic. Every angle that you catch this at, it's a beautiful piece of art for any Lego room, especially if you're a big space fan like myself. So I will have some videos coming out later this week of all of the Bricklink orders. We had to order like 15 different orders from Bricklink to hunt down all of the specific parts and pieces needed for this build. So those videos will be coming out later this week, as well as kind of my build process with this and, you know, kind of what happened. It actually was a really, really lengthy process. It took me almost a month to get this together because I had a ton of parts originally out of my own collection, but some of the Bricklink sellers, like we had to get one order from Canada, another one from Mexico, and then several of the orders, parts were missing, and we had to reorder more parts. So it was just like this ongoing process. There was a vacation for us mixed in there, so it took us a while to get everything together. But now that it's done, I am so happy with how it came out. This has been one of my white whales. Building this set ever since I came across it on Bricklink, you know, about a year ago. I have just had to have this in my collection, and I'm so happy that it's finally done. All right, guys, that's going to do it for this video. I hope you love the way that this looks, the build process. That'll be posted soon on the channel. But let me know in your comments down below. What do you guys think of this? What are your thoughts on it? Roughly, if you had to part this out for yourself with no parts out of your collection, it would cost you, last time I priced it, somewhere in the neighborhood of about $500. But because of the amount of parts that we had to do this project, it only cost us about $150. So $150 for this, I think it is a stellar deal. That's essentially the price of one of these standard art sets, but it's just way, way better. But let me know your thoughts down below. Like this video if you enjoyed it. Subscribe if you're new to the channel. Thank you guys for watching. We will see you on the next one. Bye-bye.